Hey everybody, this is Safi and Marco Dish Out on Movies, the only show where we review movies using food items instead of the traditional rating system. And we do that because it makes things more subjective and more personal, and to avoid a lot of back and forth about, oh, you rated this movie this and this movie that. So today I'm here to talk to you about the Child's Play remake. It just came out today, and I saw it today at 12:35, and this is going to be a no spoiler review. So right off the bat, this movie starts off with a very different interpretation of the Chucky origin story, and it does a lot of things creative and surprisingly comedic. Yeah, that's right, comedic. It's almost like a straight up comedy in the first act, and then it slowly devolves into another modern horror movie. And when I mean by modern horror movie, I mean kills that are not shown on screen and that are lackluster and fake looking, jump scares, and cardboard characters, paper thin characters who you don't care about. Those are the three tells of a modern horror movie, and basically what every modern horror movie contains in them. And it's unfortunate because I was 30 minutes into this movie and I was like, whoa, am I gonna like this movie? And then it takes a turn, and I was like, oh, okay, it's just gonna. And from that point on, I didn't laugh, I didn't have a nice reaction to anything. I just sat there and stared with a death stare at the screen, like, why am I watching this piece of crap? And that's not to say the whole movie is a waste of time. I think that Mark Hamill does an incredible job as Chucky. He's probably the best part of the movie. I would also say that the kid who plays Andy does a really good job. The one in the main cast who does not, though, is Aubrey Plaza. And just like I thought in the trailer, I knew that she was going to be her same old self. And what do you know? She plays a despicable, horrible mother and just a horrible person. Most of the movie, she's purposefully doing shitty things to Andy and for no reason. And then some of her reactions are really off too. Like, really? That's your reaction? And so she just, ugh. And then you have the detective. The detective, supposedly this buffoon who I don't want to sound racist here, but it seems like they only hired a black guy to play this detective because there's a certain line in the movie that requires a black man to say it. And so it feels like the only reason that they cast a black guy as the detective is to say that stupid joke. And by the way, this movie has a lot of jokes. All of them in the beginning work out really well, and then as the movie goes on after that, they all fall flat, and there's hardly any jokes after that. So, yeah, that's about it. This movie's pretty disappointing. I wouldn't really recommend seeing it. I think that Mark Hamill, he surprised me because he took what could have been a very one-dimensional robotic character and he made him three-dimensional, and so I really have to commend him for that. But this is really just another run-of-the-mill modern-day horror movie. So my review for the movie is I would give the main movie a delicious hot dog with ketchup and mustard and lots of little dicey onions. And those onions represent the comedy that I was not expecting. And you know, on a movie theater hot dog, you never get diced onions unless you're in a special theater. So it's a surprise. But as you're enjoying the hot dog, halfway through, you get sick. You run to the bathroom and you pull down your pants and you're having diarrhea. That's the second and third part of this movie. It's just straight up diarrhea. And then to represent Aubrey Plaza, she's a bag of Sour Patch Kids. Ugh, I do not like those things. And then when you eat a whole bag of them, you get this really bad aftertaste in your mouth. And that's what she is. She is gross as an aftertaste. Some of the lines that she says, I'll just tell you one. The excuse that she has for her situation that she's in is she had a, quote, active sweet 16. I don't know if that was supposed to be a joke or what, but it was, ugh. I hated that line. That's gotta be one of the worst lines of this year. And even worse than anything Captain Marvel said. Can you imagine that? I had an active sweet 16. Oh my god. And then, of course, you have the sort of racist line, which was, it's poetic that a white man would die in a watermelon patch. And I thought that line was corny and it was stupid. It was almost like, you know, one of the problems of this movie is that they feel like they have to do things to be modern, to be relevant. They almost try to emulate Halloween. 2018 Halloween, they try to emulate that comedy, that overbearing comedy, and just not taking anything seriously. They feel like they have to do these storylines from the original. That does not work. And so the last part of the review is Mark Hamill. I would give him an ice cream candy bar, and that would mean a Snickers bar thing that has ice cream inside it that you have because all this other food is so salty and sour. You need that sweet, refreshing ice cream candy bar. But the thing is, you don't really even get to enjoy it because you're in the bathroom having diarrhea. So I'll be coming back at you with the spoiler review. I hope you enjoyed this review. I did not enjoy watching the movie, but one thing I did enjoy was there was only 4 other people in the theater besides me, and none of them were laughing at all except for me, and I felt really embarrassed. And so I'm already watching a horrible movie, but then I feel embarrassed that I'm the only one laughing continuously out loud. I can't anymore. I'm gonna go have diarrhea again. I gotta take some Pepto-Bismol. So goodbye, everybody. I hope you don't go see Child's Play, but I do hope you go subscribe to my channel and watch more of my and Safi's videos. So goodbye.